Nov, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Am I loud and clear?
yeah, I think okay.
All right.
Maybe I can just go, I can disconnect from here maybe. I see my two. Oh, so one is in backstage, right?
Yeah, both are here. Are you able to hear me clear on your laptop?
On laptop, no, I think there is some issue in my laptop with
Okay.
voice.
So we can keep it like this.
Yeah, okay, so let's see if we are.
Keep it like this.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me? Okay, that's a little weird.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Nice, nice. Well, to everyone who's already joined us. Okay. Nice, nice. Well, to everyone who's already joined us. Nice. No, I can hear myself. To everyone who's already joined us. Nice. No, I can hear myself. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. This is our first live stream. Definitely there's going to be some technical issues, so just bear with us for now. We wanted to use this as a kickoff for what we do here at Build City and what we're doing with Near Legion. Um, a bit about myself. My name is Tony. My real name is Tejinder Singh, and I am one of the co-founders for Build City. My fellow co-founder Nav, he just had to hop off. I'm sure he's trying to get his mic to work. Both of us founded Build City a few years ago, um, with the intention really to get projects to build with us in a way that would be scalable. And it's been quite a journey. We've had a number of projects come our way. They've gone through our boot camps, our virtual events. We've had many different types of um, interactions with the community along the way. And now we're getting ready for the next phase of what we see Build City doing. And it's being enabled by a community known as Near Legion. Um, so where our goal here for anyone listening and for those who'll see this in the future is to create a community where builders, creators, students, founders, and anyone that's curious can ship things instead of just talking about ideas, right? Um, in this new world of these AI tools where you really don't even need to know how to code, it's more imperative than ever to really get your ideas out there and to have something that's minimally viable for people to understand what you're creating, right? Um, and we're not here to make people wait until they have a perfect company, the perfect pitch, the perfect technical background. I think we're beyond that phase, right? In the way things are created. The goal is to get people building earlier, testing ideas faster, and learning by actually making things. Build City is framework agnostic. We're funded by Near. We're using Iron Claw and some of the other tools that Near has, but we encourage people to use what they have. Right? If they want to use OpenClaw because they're comfortable with it, that's fine. If you're looking to build something with privacy integrated, then you can use Ironclaw. If there's another injecting framework that works for your stack, go ahead and use that, right? Our goal is you've identified a problem, you've identified a market, you have some type of distribution, and you use these tools to help you get from A to Z, right? That's what we're looking to do. Not necessarily like what stack you use, right? So that's a bit about what Build City is. What is why does the New York near Legion node matter, or what is near Legion, right? Maybe I can share my screen a bit, and we can see a visual. Um, okay, add to stage. All right, you guys should be able to see this page over here. This is Near Legion's page, and essentially, as it's stated here, they're a global community built to prepare the world for secure and private super intelligence. The basic idea is that they have a number of tools that range from the blockchain, Web3, and AI industry. And one of the cornerstones at this point is Ironclaw, which is their kind of private agentic framework, a competitor to the OpenClaw framework that came out a number of months ago. If the audience recalls, or if the audience knows, OpenClaw had a number of issues with security. At least at the time, it wasn't in the interest of the founders of OpenClaw to have that built in. Ironclaw took the opportunity to create something using Rust, and with the idea of having privacy built in, um, at the hardware level, right? So they have something called trusted execution environments, and we can maybe lightly touch on that in a bit, or we can direct the audience to where they can learn more about it. But the gist of Near Legion is to have a number of these nodes across the world, right? Um, and let's see if I can I just flip over to here. Uh, I might need to bear with me, guys. Just trying to see if I can present something else. Okay, good. All right, so this is the number of events that they already have. Their goal is to have these nodes globally. You can see that there's nodes in India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brazil, Vietnam. We're a bit unique because we're based in New York City, but we personally represent Build City. So our relationship with Near Legion always comes up as Near Legion Build City. And you can see our first event is here. It says Near Legion Build City Agentic Dream Walls. This is going to be our kickoff event from this Near Legion node perspective. Although we've already done a number of events and kind of have prepared the community to understand what Build City does and what we're looking to do with these agentic frameworks and with Near as well. Um, our goal is to have a New York node become a hub for people who want to build with agentic tools, create real world projects, build with Near, build with AI in general. And it gives people a place to meet, learn, collaborate, and turn New York City energy into real projects, right? And this energy is a big deal right now. We see with the Knicks, these underdogs, these kind of like average, not average, but above average players that are playing like superstars, right? And all of that energy is really amplifying what New York City is all about, right? And this kind of shows the value of what community is, right? As people get pulled together, they create these like beautiful new ideas. They create like economic drivers for the community, right? New York City is is projected to see $1 billion come in just from these games, from these final games, right? So that's why we see value from having these in-person community events. But we're not exclusive to just being in person. There's going to be these virtual events. Um, as we get into a flow of things, we'll have unique things that we'll do virtually. I'm interested in seeing if we could do a blitz, kind of like a quick way of identifying a problem, building quickly and identifying who the customer is, getting it out there, getting feedback from them, trying to get at least one sale, right? That's something that I'm definitely interested in, and perhaps in future live streams we can focus on that. Um, New York inherently has a lot of founders, students, artists, engineers, operators, but a lot of people are still trying to figure out where they fit into this new tech world, right? The node can be a place where people don't just hear about the ecosystem, but they actually start building inside of it, right? Um, Doing this, like, the tools are there for you to create, right? And we're at a point where we can 10x or 100x the amount of output we can generate. But the issue is that with all this increase in productivity comes a lot of noise, right? And in that noise, we end up being unable to control our thoughts and our emotions, and we get sidetracked, and we go down lanes that aren't conducive to like creating the vision that we have, right? And this is where a community comes into place, right? And we want to kind of create that like mental and physical framework for people to use so that they can stay focused, right? They can stay positive, they can identify what they're actually trying to fix or what they're trying to create, and they can execute it in a way that actually benefits whoever they're trying to target. That's our goal. And our goal is to work with near Legion to create this node, right? To have this place where people can find other people to build with, and they can even collaborate globally with these other communities as well, right? The ones we have in India, across Asia and Latin America, not to mention Europe. Um, and our relationship with Near Legion comes with the alignment around activating builders, right? Um, Near Legion brings ecosystem tools and network. Build City brings the local community, the events, the experiments, the builder first energy. Uh, this is something that we're excited about, and we're excited to see it grow
Can you hear me, Tom?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, guys. Well,
Hey.
this I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I think there was some issue from our end.
Yeah. No, you have headphones?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, okay. No worries.
Yeah, I think yeah. Let's continue. That's good. I
There's a bit
hope.
there's a bit
Hmm?
of feedback. If you have headphones,
Yeah, I can't hear you anything.
Yeah, sorry guys. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm just telling Nov to put on some headphones. For everyone in the chat, thanks for joining me. Joining. Maybe that was me.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
it's
hey, sorry, I had to remove you from the stage. I might have missed what you said.
yeah. All good, all good. I think just continue. I can hear you okay. I hope that you are able to hear, and I hope everyone is able to hear us as well.
Yeah, we have some people in the chat. So
Yeah, good.
thank you everyone in the chat for joining
Yeah,
us.
yeah, and also for your patience. So good.
Yep. So let's see. What was I speaking about? I can. I'm gonna just share my screen again. Let's see. All right, we'll just keep it on these nodes for now, and then we'll hop around to other things. Um, so I was trying to go down kind of the unique factor that Build City has in all of this, right? I think we love experimentation here. We love highlighting creativity, crazy ideas, definitely moving towards more of like building frameworks that end with real results. And we've done that in the past. We've had boot camps where real projects have been created and they've gone on to raise funds. We've created unique things. One fun thing that we worked on a couple of years ago was it was a brainwave data marketplace, right? And it was kind of like a fun little thing that we did. But that led to some outcomes, right? Like that contributed to us getting closer with Near. It contributed to us meeting the founder of the brain computer interface that we used. And we even got people who reached out who wanted to genuinely work on this thing, right? um, so kind of what I'm alluding to is in that creativity you kind of get the ball rolling, right? And as you get the ball rolling, even if it seems like a silly idea, right, it generates new things, new stuff that can come in your way that you wouldn't even anticipate what they can lead to, right? If we were to execute on some of the newer things that came out of creating that project, like God knows where it could go, right? It definitely contributed to us like getting to this point in a way that we didn't expect, right? So it's like our goal is really to like foster creativity and tell people, hey, just build, right? Build until you create that mental framework of confidence and being able to execute in a way that's realistic, right? Like that's what we're landing at with what Build City does. Um, and on sorry, Nava, were you looking to speak?
I just want to add few points. So I think can you hear me okay?
Yeah, here loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, first of all, thank you everyone for joining. And what essentially is a part of community, right? That community is to empower each other. So this is what our experience has been so far. That what Tony was mentioning about working on brainwave data marketplace, right? So we meet the like-minded people that they are also passionate about something that we are passionate about, and it becomes a healthy competition. It becomes a healthy collaboration. So that is what our experience has been so far, working on very interesting ideas and working with very interesting people as well. So I just want to get that word out that if you are passionate about anything, right? So I think me and Tony have been discussing about that. We kind of like hardware projects that we want to just play around. And if you are passionate about any ideas or anything that you love, and you want to create community around it, I think that reach out to us, and we will be able to see that how we can create that. Okay, let's say if you're working on any hardware project, so how we can create that community around that hardware that you are passionate about, and you can create that environment for yourself. If you are, let's say, if you're working on any healthcare project, or if you're working on any infra project, so how you can have the similar people around you, so that you all can work together and have that collaborativeness and have that competition going on. So this is what we are really, really passionate about, just bringing people together, have that ecosystem create. And we have been, as Tony was mentioning, that we have done events, and we have been continuously building on top of that. So would love to hear from all of you, those who are watching and those who will watch after this. I would love to hear from you what you're working on, and is there any single way that we can help. We would always be happy to add value to you.
Yeah, definitely. Just building off of what Nov is saying, like the value here is that we can keep that excitement going, right? Like building in isolation, oftentimes you might have a great idea and then 2 weeks down you kind of burn out and then there's nobody to reach out to, right? You come here and there's a bit of accountability, right? Because now we're all excited with you, right? We heard your idea, we're like, okay, this is interesting, right? This might become something. Maybe it won't, but it'll go down a road which could potentially generate something that actually does create whatever value that you're looking to create, right? But in that excitement, now you're going to have touch points with us, right? And if we're like, hey, it's been 2 weeks, like what's happened, right? Like, has anything happened? Have you shipped anything? Did you talk with a customer or whoever your audience is, right? Did anything like that happen? Did you generate interest of any kind? And you're like, hey, I don't really feel like doing it anymore, right? Like, then you're gonna get all these people who are like, come on, man, like let's do it. It's interesting, it's fun. Maybe you could do this, maybe you could do that, right? That's kind of like the value of what that community is, right? That physical presence that we have here in New York. And like these virtual events will help with that as well, right? So if there's anything in particular that you guys want to talk about, like reach out to us and we can highlight your project. We could do some fun competitions here. We could just talk about things in general, right? Just kick the can. um, so definitely we're available in many ways. And again, like, whatever you're building with, come to us, right? Like, we're transitioning from like the general, AI interactions that we've had for in the past couple of years towards more of these like agentic frameworks that can do things, right? And we've seen OpenClaw, we've seen these other agentic frameworks, and now we have IronClaw with Near. So there's all these options out there for what you can use to build out these ideas. But come with us with an idea, right? Come with us with passion, right? And we can figure out what to do with your passion, and we can see what framework you want to build with. And if there's something you're already building with, come, right? There's many ways you can work with our community. There's even tools that Near has, right? There's Near AI Cloud Private Inferencing, right? So if there's something that you can benefit from using these trusted execution environments, right? Like maybe you're building in the healthcare field and you would want to protect user data, right? Then Near AI is your friend, right? Like privacy is the big word here when it comes to Near. Um, but for us, it's not about like what tool wins, right? The question is, how do we start helping people build useful things with agents now? Many people are building. I've seen some cool stuff, but I think we're all just trying to figure it out, and let's figure it out together. Um, so one thing that I'll just quickly show, it's something that I've built out of a bit of passion for just creating. Uh, And I'm sorry, guys, about this whole kind of technical difficulties that we've been having. We'll definitely make sure that we're a bit more fluid for the next live stream. Um, but let's see. Here you go. Oh no, that's not it. Um, all right, let's just do the whole screen for now, and we'll flip over to here. Okay. You might notice that my office light goes out every once in a while. So if I'm waving my hands, it's not because I'm crazy. But yeah, so this is something that I quickly built out for our in-person workshops, and now virtual as well, I guess. But this is one way that I used Ironclaw. Um, Essentially, you would come to this website, you'd click on Dream with your agent, you'd create account. Uh, it would generate you a script for you to give to your Ironclaw agent, and that would basically prepare it to be able to post onto this wall, right? Now you might ask, like, what's the point of it? Like, why can't I just post here directly? You're right. Like, we could have just set it up in that way. But the goal from my end was like, let's get the ball rolling on how to use these frameworks, right? Especially for those who haven't really touched it. I find it interesting that you could kind of communicate with things from a distance, right? From something that's not directly tied to a website, right? Like, I'm not directly posting here. I'm using a different interface, whether that might be Telegram or that might be the Ironclaw web UI. It's kind of interesting to me. Um, but here, like, you see that somebody, we had someone from our last event post something interesting. It says build and deploy a mobile app created using AI only. So they're looking for developers to scale their vision, right? This is a simple version of like what we would expect our community members to do, right? It's like you can use something like this to first, get the ball flowing of like, okay, I've now interacted with this AI agent, right? I've posted onto this website, and now, like, on the double-edged sword of things, I've told the world like what I want to create, right? So now there's a bit of accountability here, right? And now we can all look and say, hey, like, Tony or Joe or Johnny, like, have you like progressed with your idea yet, right? It's out there. Um and when we look at
Yeah, just
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, just to add one more point, that what we have been seeing, and as Tony's mentioned, that we have shown this, and people have created that what they really want to. And the whole idea here is this looks like a marketplace, right? It's a marketplace for ideas. So when you find that there's somebody who's building, let's say, the build and deploy mobile app using AI only, and I have a business, and somebody is also looking to build a mobile app, they literally see it, and that will catch their eyes, right? And they will say, oh, who is working on this idea? And then they will reach out to that guy, and it becomes like that very very productive collaboration that can happen with this, right? So this is how we are seeing that, and this is something called agentic marketplace, right, that you can call about, and where you have all these agents, and these are the ideas, but this can also extrapolate to you have your own agent, and how one agent can help another agent and have that collaborativeness going on. So this is something that we have shown, and people really like it, and they have been posting their ideas. So as Tony's mentioned, the accountability, right? When somebody sees that, and the whole community aspect is what we have seen is also somebody is looking out what you're working on, and how you can be accountable to each other, and have that camaraderie, have that friendship going on, even if that you are working on different projects.
Yep, exactly. Beautifully stated. And this is another like example, like right in front of your faces, right? Because when we first created this, it was kind of like out of just like, okay, like let's see how we can interact with something with these agentic frameworks. So it started as a super simple thing, almost out of fun, right? But it's already started to develop into like, okay, maybe it could be a marketplace, right? And that's how these things go, right? It's like, get your creative mind over here and make a step, right? Take a step. And as you continue, as you start bouncing ideas off of other people who have a bit of a creative vision, then you don't know what these things can develop into, right? and someone else will be out there and they'll hear the idea and they'll say, hey, this is cool, like maybe we can do XYZ things together, right? Maybe they might be your first customer, or like a developer that really believes in what you're doing. And the sky's the limit, once you get your first few people who are interested, God knows what can happen. um
Yeah, yeah. Just one more point to add. I think just share your idea with multiple people. Can you hear me, Tony?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that when so Tony shared this with me, right, and then I like the what he's working on, and what he wants to do. So if somebody is working on something, right, and that you share with your friends and you share with that people who care, they will give you like critical feedbacks as well, right, and they will be supportive, and they can be the critically they can be critical about it, but you will get that feedback, right, and so be vocal, right? A lot of people I've been sharing, oh, somebody, what if somebody might build my idea which I'm talking about, right? Don't be afraid of that, because you have that creativity, that you can execute that idea much better than anyone else, right? And somebody, even if copies that, I think it's good that your idea will be live right? So you will feel good that somebody, something that you thought of is out there in market, or out there in the world, which definitely going to add value to others. So just go out there, discuss your idea with so as many people. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who comes up with one idea every day, right? So just be vocal about it. Just talk to whoever, even if you meet a stranger, right? I've been doing something. I did one exercise today. Like I met someone in my apartment, like in the elevator, and I had the crazy idea today, and I just discussed with them, and they said, yeah, if you build it, I will be your first subscriber to it. So something very simple, right? So just be vocal about your ideas, and just take that feedback, and just because its ideas are uh, it, yeah, its ideas are great, but I think what is going to define you, right? I think we have been talking, discussing with a lot of people that AI can do create products, right? AI can do most of the things, but product is one part of it. You can build a product with AI in a day or two, and you can get the feedback, go to market. But again, the building to the stage where you really want to make it as a business, it takes the skills, it takes that consistency, it takes that continuous feedback, iterations. So just build it fast. The technology that we have it right now, which gives us flexibility to build it fast and get the fast feedback and iterate it faster. So I would highly encourage that, even that if you don't have anyone to talk to your ideas, call us, and we'll be happy to hear your ideas in midnight also, or wherever that idea comes. So just want to add that point.
Yeah, beautifully said, Nav. And Nav is the guy that's like always positive while also being serious, right? Like it's not only about like being excited about things, it's about actually executing, right? And that's the point that Nav is trying to make here. Um so yeah, today's been like a good introduction into what we're looking to do with Build City. It's for all intents and purposes, it's day one of this new kind of New York City node. And in that vein of it being day one, we definitely want people who are local to New York, to make it out to our first node event. Let's see if I can share my screen one more time. I'm just gonna show you guys what the first event is, where you can find it. Okay, so this is the first event. It's titled Near Legion Build City Agentic Dream Walls. It's this coming Saturday. It's from 4 to 6 p.m. It'll be at the Creative NYC office. We've done events there in the past. We like it. It's a pretty solid space. So if you guys are in the New York City area, if you're available on Saturday, come pop by. We'll just be doing kind of some of the same things that we've been doing in the past, playing around with different agentic frameworks. We'll do some demonstration of what Ironclaw does. We'll share the near cloud interface and kind of give some suggestions of what you could potentially do with it. And we're most importantly here to have a good time, right? Like, there'll be pizza, might be some other snacks. Come by, chill out, bring your laptops, right? Like maybe we might create something together. But definitely going to be a good vibe. And if you guys already are working on something, come and discuss it with us. Maybe we can figure out how to potentially get you to the next level, or um, do something interesting with it. But yeah, we'll try to send this out through the Luma account, um, for anyone who has access to it. We'll definitely be working on distribution to our audience in the future as this becomes more consistent. Uh, Nov, I think you. You know what? I just made a complete mistake here. I didn't share my screen. So let me just quickly go over it again. Uh, this event, like I said, is this coming Saturday. It's a Luma link. We'll distribute it to everyone who's signed up for the Luma. And it's in Midtown. It's at the Creative NYC office on the second floor. Uh, you know, Whenever you guys make it there, take the elevator up, walk all the way down the hallway on the right, and look towards your left, and you'll see us in probably the largest room there. So yeah, excited to see you guys. Bring your ideas, bring your thoughts. Um, don't bring any bad vibes, please. um,
No, even if you bring, you will turn them to the positives. So that's fine.
exactly. None
Yeah,
won't let those bad vibes exist. I promise you. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. So I think even those who are Yeah, even if those who are in New York local, I think we would highly encourage to come and join events and see us and just have that interaction. And even if somebody is not based out of New York and any part of the world, if they see this streams and reach out to us, I think we have those resources that if you come up with any ideas, I can tell you that we will be able to do something. So even if you are not based out of New York local, currently we are here in New York. But if you are seeing it from any part of the world, just reach out to us and we'll see that how we can at least do something. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think that's yeah, just I think I see Abdullah, thank you, and Abhishek, and anyone who is there. Thank you guys for joining us. And as Tony mentioned, that we will be consistent with this and coming up with your own ideas. Come if you want to share your idea with our community. Like going forward, we will also have that that people can come and showcase what they are working on, so that we will have that going on. So yeah, I think really excited for upcoming live and upcoming events.
yeah, fantastic. Well, we're gonna sign off here. Hit us up. You can find us through multiple different channels. So if you're interested, come by, reach out to us, try to find us somewhere, and we're happy to talk. See you guys soon. Bye bye.